everyone, this is a short video on doing research for the country for your project. Now, I hope that you guys will see this video before you attempt the group work that you have to submit for Flex Week. Okay? Now, for your project requirements, we are largely looking at Part A. Now, what do you have to do? You have to produce these three economic indicators: the economic growth rate, inflation rate, and unemployment rate for the country of your choice for your project. Okay, and the dates of the data is from 2013 to 2017, 5 years. Okay, now it was mentioned in lecture to you that when you're studying macroeconomics, you are using a lot of these economic indicators to analyze the economic well-being of countries. The accuracy of the numbers is very important. Alright, now online there's many different websites giving you all kinds of numbers. Be careful, we want to take numbers from reliable sites only. So this video is meant to help you get to those reliable sites so that your numbers are good to use. Okay. One of the most reliable source of data is from directly from the government. Okay, now the government will store their data on different government departments, ministries, depending on which government. Now, usually a government website has a name, okay, depending on where it is, part of a ministry or something, and then it's followed by a gov dot the country code. Now, for instance, for Singapore statistics, by the way, you're not supposed to do Singapore, you're supposed to compare with Singapore in Part B. Alright, I'm just showing you an example. Now for Singapore, our Department of Statistics has its own website at singstat.gov. Our country code is SG. Okay, so depending on which country you're doing, the government may be keeping its statistics in its own website within the big government machinery. Alright, but the website usually has a name depending on where it is, GOV, okay, and then the country code. Alright, you can Google by entering your country. Like in this case, I entered Singapore and then I entered statistics and this came out. Okay, so you can do the same for the country of your choice and then see where you end up. Sometimes you need a little bit more time to go through the search results to locate the government agency or ministry that's keeping the numbers. Alright, but you will know how it looks like, okay, when you see it. Now, OECD is another source of potential data for you. OECD stands for Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. Okay, its founding members are like US, European countries, and Turkey. Right. So this website, this site keeps data of most of the countries which are at least better developed. Okay, you can go and take a look at what countries they have. Okay, now you can directly go into their data site here. Okay, or you go in from the main site at their webpage www.oecd.org. Okay, you can look at what country they have, see whether your project country is there. Okay, OECD keeps reliable and very detailed data. Other than your economic indicators, they also keep other data, and you'll be able to get a better picture of the country of your choice. Now, International Monetary Fund is another organization that keeps data. Now, International Monetary Fund is an organization, and most countries are members, so they pay member fees. Okay, and they help one another in terms of economic development and during economic crisis. So they have information on almost every country in the world. Alright, so you can enter the site from here, okay, www.imf.org, or you can directly access their data engine from here. Okay, so you can click on the data here, okay, and then you have all these economic and other data coming out. Alright, now please note that different data sites are organized differently. Okay, so you may need some time to go through the site and to look for the data that you need. So I really encourage all of you to work as a group. Alright, go in and see which are the data that you need. Now, very frequently you'll come across data that are not required but helps you to understand the country better. alright, or can help you to explain what is going on in the country. Some of these useful things you can keep, alright, for use later on in part B or part C of your project. Okay, so I recommend that you work in group and then work in your group and then look at which are the info that you need. World Bank is very closely related to IMF, okay, earlier, alright, their website is here, and again you can enter their engine site from here. World Bank participates, like IMF is formed by most countries in the world, and they participate in a lot of development projects, especially to help the poorer countries. Okay, so they also have a data bank, alright, so you can go and take a look at what data they have, alright, see whether your project country is there. Usually it is. Now take note, you don't have to look for information from just one site. Okay, some groups in previous years they mix and match. As long as the site is reliable, alright, taking numbers from there can be accepted. Okay, so you can mix and match. Some groups choose to do that. But of course, if all the information are available on one website, for convenience, you want to use them, of course you can. Alright, so like your IMF website, this World Bank website has a lot of other information that may be useful to you. So again, work as a group. Okay. Now we also have this Asian Development Bank. Alright. Now Asian Development Bank keeps a lot of info on Asian countries, especially the developing countries like Laos, like Vietnam. Okay. They also have data and research page. Okay. You can enter from the main page. Okay, and then look for data and research. Okay. Most of the Asian countries are here. Now, not all websites we have gone through since now have all the countries in the world. So sometimes certain websites have unique countries that are available. So you may need to look through a few sites on this video before you find your project country. Alright? Now take note, the data must be as accurate as possible so that your analysis and your recommendations are valid. Okay, now online there's a lot of different websites, some of them very nicely arranged, beautiful numbers and charts, and you may be tempted to use them other than the websites that I've shown you on this video. Okay, now take note, some of the numbers could be wrong or not reliable. Now there's one way to tell. Sometimes numbers have this EST to them. That means they are estimated numbers, guesswork only, not real numbers. Okay, and some are projected numbers, PROJ. Okay, so this is one way that you can see whether these numbers are estimated or projected. That means they're not actual numbers, so they are not very useful. Okay, so keep to those websites that I've gone through in this video as much as possible. Now, if you really have to, check with your tutor, okay, to see whether your source is reliable. If you're not using the sources that I've mentioned on this video. Okay, so this may take some time, have some patience, work as a group, fill up the worksheet on LMS and submit to your tutor. This is meant to give you some head start, to push you to a start for your project. Okay, if you have any questions with regards to research or any clarifications, you can ask your tutor when you come back from your flex week. Okay, have fun.